At Newport News, former Richneck Elementary assistant principal Ebony Parker is heading back to court. Parker had 8 felony charges against her dismissed in May after a judge struck the case.
Now a new motion is challenging what was sealed during those proceedings. Madison Schlegel has what this means for the case.
When this case went to trial, information like the jurors' identities in a video that was shown during testimony were all sealed to the public by the judge. But now a new motion hopes to unseal that information. Judge Rebecca Robinson said the decision to seal the information was to keep a fair trial, but the motion argues since the decision has already come down in the case, it negates the court's original concerns. The documents reading the release of juror information now cannot possibly prejudice the defendant's right to a fair trial. Therefore, the original justification for sealing juror information no longer exists. The motion was filed by attorneys representing the Daily Press and Virginian Pilot. Documents from Newport News Circuit Court say there's no basis in continuing to seal jury information, even though 13 News Now legal analyst Ed Booth says it benefited both the prosecution and the defense.
That's just the Commonwealth and the defense attorneys. I mean, the overarching principle is that we don't have secret courts.
Booth says a Virginia Supreme Court case from just a few years ago states it's rare to see these types of records sealed, adding it's not uncommon to see this type of motion come forward.
If you've got Supreme Court precedents governing these sort of issues, then that means necessarily that someone disagreed with what a trial court did. And in fact, in those cases, it was the media companies who were appealing and ultimately getting relief.
We reached out to the attorneys representing the Daily Press and the Virginian Pilot. They declined to comment. According to the online court system, the motion is going to be heard next Friday, July 17th at the Newport News Courthouse. Madison Schlegel, 13 News Now.
The Hampton Commonwealth's Attorney's Office, which is handling this case, has not responded to our inquiries.